Legitimately one of my favorite recipes ever. I love chia seed and yogurt. It's so good for you. Okay, these are just 5 things that have really changed my life when I started doing them immediately. The first one is, this one sounds kind of weird, showering without music. I love a good music shower, but I've realized that it just takes away time for my own brain to like roam around. Think about how much time you spend like connected to something or focusing on something. You wake up, you go to work, you listen to music, you go to the grocery store, like you're constantly on. And if you have a significant other, like if you're dating someone, you're always like talking with them, hanging out with them. That takes away time for your mind to like roam around. You lose that monologue. So I've just started to devote my shower to my own mind to roam, and disconnecting has felt really great. It's been so good for me. Okay, the second one, this is so good. 24-hour goals. So I know that we have like our vision board, long-term goals and things like that, but every single day between you and you achieving your goals is going to be a different day. It's not always going to be ups. It's sometimes going to feel like you can't even get out of bed. For me, this has been such a challenge because I'm such an ambitious person, but I'm also extremely emotional. I'm really sensitive to my emotions. So when I'm stuck in a rut, I can just like really wallow in my own feelings. Living alone, it's even worse, right? Like you just have yourself. One thing I do is setting 24-hour goals. I use these to get to my long-term goals. What I do is I literally take my journal and I write down like the bare minimum. So if it's like an everything shower day, shower, dishes are piling up, dishes, shower, dishes. Those are 2 of like the key tasks. If I get through the day and I have done these 2 things, so write those down, and this helps me because I can visualize it, I can see it, I can cross it off. Every single time, I always end up doing more than I wrote down. So this is an extremely good tip for just managing your own time, your productivity, your own emotions, and just like being accountable for yourself. So I love this one. That's like the best one for being when you're like stuck in a rut. The third one is mindful consumption. This is anything from what you eat to what you view on social media. You are what you eat. That is in every single context. So from what you physically eat to what you browse on social media, to what you're reading, to what you're listening to. I have just made it a point to be way more intentional about what it is I'm like consuming. Like, are you following people that make you feel terrible about yourself? Are you actually spending time doom scrolling, or are you reading current events in the world? Are you reading too many current events, and are you spiraling because there's nothing you can do to fix it? Are you reading things that are interesting to you? Are you reading things just because they're a trend? Like, be way more mindful about your consumption. 4, doing stuff with my hands. I spend so much time moving a mouse, scrolling, and tapping on a screen. There's no time or there's no opportunity for me to really just like create or craft or do with my hands anymore outside of that. This is why I love cooking so much, because like, yes, it's like, you know, you gotta cook to eat, but it just feels so rewarding, you know? There's actually a study on this. Let me look it up. Okay, here we go. Working with your hands does wonders for your brain. 81% of respondents with depression reported feeling happy after knitting. Significant sense of reward and well-being. So like, this is so important. Just like doing things with your hands. It feels rewarding, it feels valuable, it feels good. Like it feels like you have a purpose, you know? It's very primal. Cooking, scrapbooking, doing my skincare, doing my makeup, like thrifting, like do things with your hands. It makes a difference in how you feel, and also just like thinking back, you feel more productive and you feel better about the time you spend. And then the last one is stepping away when I am spiraling. This has especially been a challenge for me since I live alone. It's been so much harder because it is so easy to get in your own head all of the time, whether it's about relationships, work, ambitions, career, family, who knows. It's so easy to like overthink and get anxious and like start freaking out about the future. And so when I get in my head too much, a simple walk around the block changes everything. Like, I don't care if it's 2 degrees. It literally will be 2 degrees here. I will go outside, I'll get a hot chocolate, I'll walk around, I'll do an errand, and I feel so much better. Just disconnect, get your 5 senses moving again, and then you will feel better like coming back to your space and just like shifting gears. But yeah, I think these are 5 things that have really made a difference in my day-to-day, difference in my life. They're just good habits, you know, just like good ways of living, and like We're all trying to figure this out together. And like good habits. Like they're not like fucking copy paste ones.